All right, what's up, everybody? Back at it. Day 48 of the Vegan 300. We are in the Vegan Garage Gym. Elbow's been pretty banged up. Hard for me to get out here. Been struggling to get out here, to be honest. But today's the day to get back on it. Sunday, April, actually May 3rd. So we're done with April. I got more to do. We got more than 300 to do each day now. Well, more than just one. Or more than just 300 a day for 333 days. I think I'm going to need to increase that, but we're going to modify it even further to get some more lifting in. So I'm going to do the burpees, and then in between each of those sets, you know how I was doing rowing, I'm going to pick a movement, or at least I think I'm going to pick a movement. Today it'll be deadlifts, so I'll do 3 deadlifts in between each set or each round. So we'll see how that leads us. We'll see how that goes, but that'll put me at 30 deadlifts, you know, kind of like a strength portion of the workout in addition to the 300 reps or the 100 burpees with the 300 reps there. So excited about that. Excited to get started again. I've been having trouble waking up early. And once you get into that habit of not waking up early or not getting up, you continue it. So let us break that habit, have the discipline, and we're going to get after it. So it starts today, May 3rd. Today's comment, I cut off who I was responding to, but must have been a back and forth. But here's the comment that I'm responding to. He said, I support these businesses, and I think I was talking about slaughterhouses and buying meat from the slaughterhouses because I live in a free country and can choose what I want to eat. I absolutely agree with you, and I'm glad we have the choice to choose, and I think that's the beauty of it. You don't have to choose the violent or the option that includes harming and making these animals suffer just so you can have a burger or a steak or a chicken wing or bacon. Just because you don't like it doesn't make it wrong or unneeded. I absolutely don't like it. It like whether I like it or not, yeah, you're right. It doesn't make it unneeded. It still absolutely is unneeded. You don't need to do it. You don't need to eat animals. You don't need to support these companies that contribute to the suffering and harming of these animals. You don't have to, whether I like it or not. And does it make it wrong? And I'll ask you, is it wrong to kill an animal if you don't have to? Is it wrong to do something which you know is not inherently good thing to do to another being? You wouldn't just go walk up and shoot and kill a dog, even if you were going to eat that dog. Does that make it right? You don't have to. You don't have to. You can choose to eat something else. You can choose to eat plants. So whether I like it or not, I absolutely don't like it. And how about this? Do the animals like it? Do the animals, what they go through, do they like it? And I think that answer is absolutely not. So now answer my question I've asked you several times and you have avoided answering. Why must you be such a dick and try to force your views on others? My man, I hear this a lot. First of all, I think it's coming from yourself on why you think that I'm a dick or why you think that I'm forcing my views onto others, including yourself. You just don't like what you're hearing because you have to internalize it. You have to think about what you're doing. It's not me. It's your choice. And you're projecting your feelings out on me and then trying to silence me because you don't like how it makes you feel. All it is, I mean, name of the channel bothers you. The name of the channel, the name of my of what I represent, quit eating animals. It bothers you. I think just by looking at that, it bothers you. And then you're just going to think that I'm a dick just by having that channel, just supporting that channel and asking you questions. I mean, like, this is on you, my man. And this is on everyone who thinks that vegans or anyone who challenges you or questions you on eating animals when you don't have to. You think that they're a dick. You think that they're forcing their views on you. We're not forcing anything. The only thing that's happening is you contributing to these companies. You are contributing to forcing the animals into the slaughterhouses in perpetuity. So they are continuing to be bred into existence by artificial insemination. They're continuing to suffer and be in these environments where they're not free, they're not able to do what they want. And at the end of the day, or at the end of 1 year or 2 years or even months, they are sent to the slaughterhouse and in line and killed one by one in a slaughterhouse, in a manufacturing production facility. They're chopped up and then they're sold to people that contribute to this, the people that eat them, the people that, that buy their packaged flesh, tendons, and meat. That's what it is. Not good. All right, man. So I understand you support these businesses. You live in a free country. You can do. There's things that you can do that are illegal and are still bad or still wrong. And it's not because I don't like it. Of course I don't like it. I realized that you don't have to. If we had to, it's a different story. But we don't have to. All right, so it's day 48. I hope that answers questions. I'm not such a dick. I'm not trying to force my views. How am I forcing views too? That's another thing. Look up the word force. Like, it's your view, man. It's your opinion. You can listen to it, you can internalize it, but I'm not forcing you to take my view. You just don't like what you're hearing. And that's why you think I'm such a dick. I'm actually a good dude. I don't think that I'm a dick. And I don't think that I am crazy and yelling and screaming at people, murdering and, committing atrocities, even though that's what's happening. Even though that's absolutely what's happening. The amount of animals that are killed each and every day is astonishing. It's incomprehensible. It is absolutely unbelievable that there are this many or that many animals killed every single second, every single minute, every single day. 90 billion, over 90 billion animals. That's just mind-boggling. And I don't think people can really comprehend and understand how large that number is. And each one of those animals is an individual with their own thoughts, their own feelings, their own experience. They're having their own experience. And you're contributing to that cycle. So it's just to align your actions and your beliefs, or align your beliefs and with your actions. And so I don't think that you believe that killing animals is the right thing to do if it's unnecessary. And I think you and I agree that it is unnecessary, even though you may think it's not unnecessary or you may think it is necessary. Where did you learn that from? And have you tried not to? That's what I'll challenge you with here. Hey, good morning, day 48. I'm about to do some burpees and some deadlifts. So let's get back after it. If you got questions, if you want to come online, come on, ask me, talk to me. I haven't done that in a while. So let's get a barbell. Haven't had a barbell in a while. Told you I've been struggling with this tennis elbow. I was doing so many. Oh man, this bar is cold. So many of the we call them the devil's presses. So many of them, 100 each day. And I'll show you what happened. And I think this is why it's not good. So the movement was fine, but when I was bringing them up here and then bringing them down, right? I think right here is putting pressure on that elbow and then swinging them back down like this. Right, that movement there, it's still not good. But we can't let it stop us. We're not going to just not do anything. I did that for a while, but we're done with that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 95 pounds deadlifts, 30 of them, 3 each round after the burpees. And then that'll get me back into deadlifts. We'll see how that feels. So you can see this. Oh, that ain't gonna work. This one. Yeah, that's good. All right, so no dumbbells today. All right, 48, day 48. Here we go. Let's just get this out of the way. See how long this will take. We're going up. Forcing views on you. I'm just facts. This is truth. And the view of killing an animal if it's unnecessary is wrong. I mean, like that view that it's wrong to kill another being if it's unnecessary. Like, I think that makes you feel a certain way, because it sounds like it would be wrong to me. The way I was brought up, the way that we're taught in school about treating others how we want to be treated, and animals are certainly others. However you want to look at it, animals are not, people call them livestock. They're livestock. They're animals, man. They're animals. All right, here we go. So we'll start with some vegan burpees, and then we'll do some deadlifts. 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, there's 1 round. So in between each of these rounds, I'm going to pick a movement, and we're going to do some lifting. And so today we're going to do 3 deadlifts. Nice and light. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that bar is cold. All right, there's 1 round in. 43 degrees in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 2 rounds in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3 rounds through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, halfway. Still got under 20-minute workout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 rounds through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna do one more because I might have missed one. All right, here we go. Another 3. All right, 8 rounds through. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 9 rounds through. Last round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, last 3. 16:38. Done. Still under 20 minutes. 16:38. 16:38. This is 95 pound. Spelled deadlifts wrong. All right, look at that though. See, man, it doesn't take much to get out here. I mean, it takes a whole lot, but once you're out here, it's the easy part. So it's the tough place to get out here. You know, but that's with all of us, no matter who you are. Hard to get out here. We all go through these up and downs, but be consistent. Consistency breeds discipline. You know, that's how you get disciplined. No matter what, no matter how you're feeling, no matter the injury, you can go work around something. You can get out here. You can get in the right mindset, the right mind space. You know, and you don't need any music. It's just you and yourself. Hey, good morning. If you want to, you got any comments, let me know. If you want to jump on live, let me know. Just got done. Adding deadlifts to our morning routine here, or the Vegan 300. It doesn't look like a lot of weight, 95 pounds. It wasn't a lot of weight, but you know, I think the most important thing is we started. So I had to modify it because of the injury. I mean, 100 dumbbells slamming on my elbow or coming down, not good. And I'm just surprised how long it's taken to heal. Like, you know, this is back when I went to Vegas, and you know, I think I worked out the day we flew, and I just, you know, was like, all right, I'm gonna give it some rest, and it just never got better. I mean, it got better, but not to the point where it's 100% at all. So I think that's common though. So, you know, working through injuries, I think that's part of it. You know, you're not gonna go through your whole life without getting injured or tweak something, or, you know, bruise something or hurt something. And you know, never did that before, never did that amount before. And so you run into it and you got to modify it. That's what we've done. That's what we're doing. And I just got to get in the right mindset of coming out here every day. You know, no excuses, but that's what I've been it's what I've been telling myself. I'm like, oh, my elbow, I'm gonna give it another day. You know, you know, and then I also think I need to work out in the morning. Like if I miss the morning, it's kind of over. I find it to be the best because you don't have any excuses in the morning other than yourself of not waking up early enough. I think that's the biggest, like, and that's an excuse you can't put on anybody else. That's you. Like, you get up, you do it. You have to get up and you have to do it. Like, but there's no meetings, there's no calls. Today's Sunday, but even during the week, I mean, you're not at work yet. There's no calls. You don't need to make breakfast. Nothing. You get up before all that, before all the noise, before all the chaos, before all of that, before you got to get the baby up, your family up, the dog. I mean, whatever. All these, they're excuses, but they're not in the morning. And then you can say, I didn't get enough sleep and this, that. I mean, sleep is important, but go to bed earlier. You know, it's really on you, if not of why, and that's why it's on me. I mean, that's the reason why I haven't been out here is on me. It's not on anybody else. Can't put that on anybody else. But you know, today's day one. Every day's a new day. Day 48 here, but day one for me with this new. I'm adding deadlifts. I'm adding 3 deadlifts in between each set. You know, I want to put the weights in. I mean, just having the burpees and the dumbbells was good, but not. You know, I missed the weights. I really believe that you need weights to really get a real impact to your body. And so even though this wasn't a lot of weight, just started it, you know, 30 total reps of 3 each round. So 10 sets of 3. And, you know, I think that's a good amount. Probably could have upped it up, you know, or went up a little bit because it was so light. But I think I'll switch up the weight. I like the deadlifts. I'll probably, you know, add some squats maybe, and then I'll turn the camera. I'll show you what we squat on the rack over here. On the rack. So maybe I'll squat. Maybe do some cleans. I mean, who knows? But I like mixing it up. That's what I'm going to do. But hey, good morning. If you want to come on, drop a comment. I'll answer the comment. If you want to come on live, I'll chat with you. You know, I'll answer any questions you got. Haven't done that in a while. Maybe we can set that up if you're interested. Um, but yeah, today's comment, support these businesses because I live in a free country and can choose what I want to eat, man. And I love that. Like, I love where, no matter who you are, you get to choose what you eat. You can choose who you support, what businesses you support. And I'm just asking why you continue to support slaughterhouses. I mean, there's not many people that would agree that slaughterhouses is a good thing. There's not many people that would agree that say I had a slaughterhouse that you would support my business. I don't think that that's the case. I don't think that many of us, the majority of us, want to support that. I know that we do, but we don't want to. That's not the right thing. So most people would say they want to support local, pasture raised animals that are out on a farm, right? Not talking about those, just specifically talking about slaughterhouse animals, the animals in that environment. Like, you don't want to support that. There's no way that you want to support that. And you could say you're supporting the farmers and all. Nah, like, speaking of the animals, you don't want to support that. You don't support what the animals go through. You can say that they're treated nicely and fairly and, humanely, which isn't the case. But I love the fact that you get to choose. I'm not forcing you to choose anything. I'm not forcing you to do anything. I want you to think about it more. I want you to think differently about it. I want you to reconnect back with the animals, all the animals. No matter what animals you see, they all have an experience. And that's a lot of the times I relate it to dogs. A lot of us have dogs that live with us, and you wouldn't eat your dog. You wouldn't kill and eat your dog. You wouldn't want anything bad to happen to your dog. You wouldn't want your dog to go through emotional trauma or stress or anything. And you don't have to. You don't have to kill and eat your dog, just like you don't have to kill and eat a cow, a pig, a chicken, a turkey, a duck. Nothing. You don't have to do any of that. All right, so just because I don't like it doesn't make it wrong or unneeded. I absolutely don't like it, and I know that you don't like it either. And it's absolutely unneeded. You don't need to. Like, you don't live in an area where you can't go to the store and purchase plants, or you can't grow your plants. You don't need to. You're not on a remote island. You're not fishing because you have to. You're not out hunting because you're supporting your family to eat for the whole year. Like, that's just not the case. And just because I think it's wrong, like, based on my morals, and I'll ask you based on your morals, like, do you think it's wrong to kill an animal when it's unnecessary? Like, based on your morals, wherever you get that from the Bible, from how you grew up, from school, through teachings, through your parents, through the people you hang around with, like, what a good thing is, or a good thing to do, and a bad thing is, or what a bad thing is to do, the right thing and the wrong thing. And killing others, and when it's unnecessary, not out of self-defense, I believe based on my morals, it's the wrong thing to do when it's unnecessary. But when it is necessary and justified, absolutely. But it's not when you're considering food, when you're talking about food, when you're talking about killing and eating animals, it's not necessary for you or for anyone else, for your family, for your kids. Like, it's not necessary. So, like, I don't like it, but that's because I don't like it. You're right. That's not what makes it wrong. And that's not what makes it unneeded. It is unneeded regardless of whether who likes it or not, whether I like it or not. And it is wrong regardless of whether I like it or not. It's wrong. It is wrong. And I'm not saying lawful. And I'm not saying, like, because in the current law, uh like legality, like the legal system, it is okay, or it is right. And even what they're doing to the beagles, if you understand the Ridgeland Farms in Wisconsin and how they're testing on these beagles, 2,000 beagles being tested on for science. They're being, surgically operated on without anesthesia. They're being blinded. They're being blindfolded for months, or for these tests. They're running in circles, like they are literally being tortured in that facility. I'm not sure if they let out all of them wrong, out or not, but like that is the wrong thing to do. But in the legal system, and then so you had a group of animal rights activists that went and tried to break these animals out of that building. And they are the ones that got pepper sprayed and pelted with rubber bullets and guns because they're trying to break in and save these tortured animals. Now, if they were tortured humans, clearly that would be okay or acceptable. The police would do something different. But based on today's in the legal system, it was okay, and they're in their right. They can do those things based on the legal system. But it still doesn't make it right or moral. Like the testing on these animals doesn't make it right or moral. It's not necessary. You can test on robots. We're done with testing on animals. We don't need to do that anymore. It's 2026. Just like we don't need to kill and eat animals for food anymore. It's 2026. There's so many other options. So is it wrong now that we can and have the options and it's proven to be healthy for you? It's actually proven to be more beneficial than eating meat. But regardless of the health conditions, you know that you can be strong, fit, and healthy without eating any animals. The reason why we're doing 300, because 300 pounds of meat of animals are consumed every single year by the average person. 300 pounds of animal flesh, 300 pounds. Think about that. So how many pounds of meat do you eat for the year, for the day? And most people probably eat 3 times a day, 4 times a day, and all of those meals contain animal products. So you got to ask yourself, is it why are you doing it? Why are you contributing to it? And most of that stuff, most of all of that, of what you consume for animals are being slaughtered, and animals that have dealt or gone through a slaughterhouse, which I know that we don't support. I know that you don't support that. I know that you don't want to support that. So just make the choice and choose a different option. Choose a plant-based option. All right, and then answering, why am I such a dick to force my views on others? Man, I'm not forcing my views on others. This is all optional. You don't need to listen to this. You don't need to listen to me. You can change the channel. Many of you do. You come on, you're like, oh shit, he's talking about animals. I'm out of here. Nope, don't want to hear this first thing in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time. You wake up at West Coast, it's 6 a.m. You're like, nope, don't want to hear this guy talk about eating animals or killing animals is wrong if it's unnecessary. And so I'm not a dick. I don't think I'm a dick, and I'll have a conversation with you. I'll show you that I'm not a dick. So do me a favor, somebody come on live here, throw a comment. I'm not a dick. I'm not. I've just realized that it's super unnecessary to kill and contribute to killing animals for food. And I'm sharing that because I'm showing you that you can work out, you can be strong, you can be fit, you can be healthy without doing it. And why would anyone, if you're my friend, and be like, hey man, why'd you just kill that animal for food? You didn't need to. You don't need to do that. Well, it's oh man, it tastes good. It tastes really good. Well, yeah, but does your taste buds justify, is that more important than that animal's life, than that animal's experience? People are like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're just animals. They're just cows. And I'll say okay, well, they're just dogs. They're just cats. That doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't do that to all other animals. So why do that to cows? And a lot of it is because you can't see it. You don't see it. You're not there. But if it was next door to you, if you heard the screams, if you went inside a slaughterhouse and you were like, yeah, I'm going to go get my meal today. If you saw the death, if you saw it, if you heard it, if you felt it, if you felt the vibrations, if you felt it internally, I don't think that you would contribute to that. That's why slaughterhouses are they're behind the scenes. Nobody sees them. In fact, if you're on the road, it's hard to see the slaughter trucks. They look just like other trailers. It's hard. They're all grayed out, but they got little circles in it, and there's animals in there. And those animals are being transported to and from the slaughterhouse, or to the slaughterhouse or from the farms or from where they're breeding, and they're being transferred and transported to the slaughterhouse where they're going to get killed and processed and chopped up and sold for food. And there's I'm gonna say there's nothing that we can do about it legally, but there is something that you can do about it, right? You don't have to support what's happening there. You don't have to contribute to those things. You don't have to, your money does not have to go towards the food and the products that make it necessary for those animals to be transported to the slaughterhouse and go through the slaughterhouse. So, you got to ask yourself what the right thing to do is. And if you believe it is not the right thing to do of what these animals go through in the slaughterhouse, if you believe that, then please, like, align your actions with those beliefs. Don't contribute to that. That's what it comes down to. You're going to feel better yourself. You're going to align because you're aligned with your beliefs, and then your actions align with those beliefs. You're going to feel better. And then mindfully, you're not going to have to like do these mental gymnastics to justify and these crazy reasons on why you continue to do this and why you continue to eat animals. A lot of people are like, oh well, like what do people do on an island and they don't have any stores to go to, or it's like you're not in that position. So don't try to lean on that specific case or that specific scenario to justify why you do it. You don't need to do it. Don't worry about them, worry about yourself. Like, just start with yourself. Then you can think about how we can fix that problem or how we can, but it starts with yourself. It starts with yourself. All right. Well, today was a good day. 47 minutes in here. 18 or under 16:38, under 20 minutes for total workout. Feel good. Way to start the day. Tomorrow I'm gonna tell myself I'm gonna be up early doing this. All right, so we'll do deadlifts again. Maybe we'll increase the weight. I'm not sure, but we're going to do something. Okay, so I got to build on this momentum. I just started. So I know it's day 1 for me in a while, but it's day 48 total, 100,000, 14.4% complete. I will have to do more than 300 or more than 100 reps or 100 burpees to hit my 100,000 for the year. It does sound like a lot, but really only 14,400 have been completed so far. So, long way to go, but one day at a time. All right. All right, guys. Hope you have a great day. And again, I'm not such a dick and I'm not forcing my views on others. Last comment. I'm not like, you cannot force, I can't force you. I can't force my views onto others. I can't force you to do anything, but what I'll encourage you to do is listen and question and do the research yourself. Watch Dominion, watch slaughterhouse footage, go to a slaughterhouse, like, do something, learn something. Don't just take people's word for it and just be like, those vegans are crazy. They're such a dick. He's a dick. Don't listen to him. Like, you don't have to listen to me, but you do have a choice. And you can start anytime. You can start with 1 meal. You can start with 2 meals. You can start with, you can just start. You don't need to eat animals at all, let alone at every single meal or every single day. All right. So just question why you're doing that. Question it. Question yourself. Look internal. Look around. Do the research. Look at me. Look at others. There's people way stronger than me, way fitter than me, that are doing it, that have been doing it way longer. My family and I have been over 9 years vegan. We started 30 days plant-based and then have not looked back. And so now I'm spreading the message, I'm spreading the word, I'm encouraging you to reconnect back with the animals and quit eating them, because you're going to feel better. You're going to align your actions with your beliefs and you're going to feel a lot better. All right. And it's way better for the animals. All right. Then you can look around at all the animals and be like, I don't eat that animal. I don't eat that animal. I don't eat that animal. No matter what the animal is and what species that animal is, you do not eat them. You do not want to contribute to killing and eating them, because most importantly, You don't have to. All right, guys, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.